Hi here, Phil there. So I thought it's necessary to build a grandfather clock out of grandfathers who are alive. Let's go. First, I needed the grandpa. And since both of my own died in a bicycle wreck, I had to get a digital one. God, you can get a real one for that price.
I'm your grandfather. Look.
I needed a free grandpa. How is this? Okay, maybe a cheap grandpa. Jesus! Oh, look, you can get a whole family for $3. That's... No, I was determined I was gonna get a grandpa for free. Here's what you have to remember when searching on the sites other than Google. The search is shit. And sometimes you just need to search for a different word. There you go. God, he looks like my dead grandpa after he died. But remember, I wasn't going to buy a better grandpa or spend time building my own. There'll be the time for it later. Jesus. And now I needed to breathe in life into Grandpa and make him seem alive. How do you do that?
Helium gas.
No, I also needed the alive 3D Grandpa to live in the browser. So where did all the porn? 3.js is the most popular 3D JavaScript library on the web. Even the Pope uses it. Or was it threesome.js? The pink IKEA man. In 3.js you can make a model assume different positions, unlike in real life. So my plan was to take 6 grandpas and as the time changes, make them take up poses of clock digits. If this plan fails, another plan was to change my name to Petro Cucumberovich, move to Bosnia and live undercover as a wild moose. I also thought it'd be funny if from time to time they refuse to take the poses and do their own random shit. But where do you get all these poses and how do you make a grandpa assume them?
Mixamo.
Mixamo, a huge free Adobe library with hundreds of poses and actions in it. And here's the crazy part about it. You can upload your own character, and Mixamo will automatically rig it for you, and then you can apply any actions to it, which you can then download. There was a problem, however.
There's your problem.
Somehow, strangely, Mixamo didn't have people taking up poses of digits, so I had to make them myself. No, if you put the downloaded Mixamo animation in a 3D software like Blender, you can then move the bones in it and make your own poses. 9. If you're feeling bad for that grandpa, don't. It's a German grandpa.
9.
Now that I had the grandpa shaped as a digit, I needed to find a way to put him back in the browser and make him also assume other poses. Setting up the 3.js example on my computer and then also looking at its IKEA man model in the Blender showed that each pose is located in its own animation track, which is basically like a layer, each of which animates the skeleton, which in turn deforms the model. So my first brilliant idea was to take my grandpa model and add it to this 3.js example as a skin for existing bones. A horrible idea, the result of which would become the source of my nightmares for years to come. This would have already stopped so many people from proceeding, but no, I went ahead anyway. Jesus Christ! Years of therapy are now required. This is how you become a contemporary artist, by the way. So I thought instead maybe I should start with the grandpa and not with the IKEA man. This is very unsettling. That one is better. So finally, after years of trial and error, I was finally able to add the grandpa and his actions to the 3.js scene and make him assume different positions, mixing them together as well. And now it was finally time to make the grandpa shaped like all other digits.
How do you convert PDF to JPG?
I don't know.
How do you convert PDF to JPG?
I don't know.
Well, I say, how do you convert PDF to JPG?
I don't know.
No, how do you convert PDF to JPG?
I don't know.
My world is a document. I can put it in a disc. It's my key to the world. Well, it's my should I use to find joy? Losing my image quality. What would I have done without the internet? Digital camera picture my grief. What format should I use to find joy? Losing my image quality. What would I have done without the internet? I've done a digital camera picture my grief. What format should I use to find joy? Losing my image quality. What would I have done without the...
So after I was done, I just needed to add all the created poses in the code, and when I added all the poses, they were all fucked, and yet they were okay in the model which I loaded in the code. That's Brian Cox. I was horrified. I thought something was wrong with the model expert and I'd never figure it out. Huh? What do you know? I typed the wrong digit there. Success. Then I set the camera position, rotation, focal length and zoom, and positioned the elderly to be closer to each other, which oddly resulted in the grandpa's number increasing from 3 to 6 and the sky disappearing. I was finally then ready to write the code that would change the grandpa poses as the time changes. And here was the result. No, sorry, that's... And here was the result. So this is how it works. Each grandpa knows all 10 poses representing each of 10 possible digits of the clock. These poses are basically stored in each grandpa like containers, like packs of cigarettes are stored in the real grandpa's pockets. Like a brand of cigarettes, each pose has a name and is named after a digit it represents. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. Each second, the script checks if the name of the pose each particular grandpa is currently taking matches the digit in the clock that the grandpa is representing. And if it does, the script allows the grandpa to stay in that pose. And if it doesn't, the script orders the grandpa to take up a pose, the name of which matches the current digit in the clock. And now I just needed to add the separators. Oh, that's perfect. Cuckoo is spelled like this, idiot. What, like Michio Kaku? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's better. And finally, I needed to introduce some free will and write a function that would randomly allow the grandpas do random shit. And one more thing, I needed some color. No, that's prison. Maybe some nice pastel colors, and maybe changing on reload. And I think you can also put this one on a tablet and give it to your grandfather. They are really cheap, the tablets. So let me know if in the next video you want me to look at the visual stage of this project and how to effectively come up with ideas of how to execute the grandfathers visually. If you want me to build my own grandfathers, add physics and objects they would interact with, making the grandpas look more alive by maybe automatically pulling the random poses from Mixamo. Or maybe you've seen enough and in the next video I should build something completely new out of a blank Google Doc again. Let me know in the comments. In any case, subscribe not to miss it and to remember with me how to think different. Tim, thank you all very much for watching. Like it if you liked it, this really helps. Don't forget to look up and see you soon.